Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? I hope all of you are in good condition. Firstly, I would like to invite you to thank Allah Almighty who has given us help, so I can hear to deliver my speech to all of you. Also, last but not least, to honorable judges and the committee of this speech competition, I'm also so grateful for having changed to joining and being able to deliver my speech, even in this condition. Today, I'm going to tell you about the social impact of COVID-19. But before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Nadya Damayanti Simamora, and I'm from Junior High School 2, Purwokerto. Let's go back to the topic. So, as we all know, we've been familiar with COVID-19 since 2019. The COVID-19 forced us to stay at home and obey about health protocols. How do you feel about that? Have you ever felt like you were so bored and missed the condition before the pandemic? Because I do. But guys, do you realize that pandemic really affects to our social life? Like the way we get along with and not want to do anything, even increasing poverty. How could that happen? You must be questioning. But before we continue to the first impact, I would like to ask you first. How much time do you spend for playing with your phone? Is it more than 5 hours? Or 8 hours? Well, I know it can be more. Why is that? Because during pandemic COVID-19, people are always on their phone, aren't they? It's because our mobility is limited. We have lockdown and whatsoever. So, we need to use technology to communicate, for work or study virtually. We are forced to choose to chit-chat with our friends via social media or other apps. And for many people, it can make them feel lonely. Moreover, they will ignore about whatever and whoever around them. On social media, we can criticize everyone freely, even when we don't know them, like strangers. And some people still cannot see the difference between criticizing and bullying anyone by making fun of them. With these things, suicide, trauma, depression, and anxiety can happen to the victims. Because bullying is not a trivial matter. Second, it's been 2 years that we are doing online school and work from home. With this thing, we reduce our enthusiasm to do activities. It makes us be unproductive because we depend on fun. And with unproductive life, the other social problem may arise, like poverty. Yeah, so the first social problem is about poverty. Since COVID-19 started to occur, many street vendors have gone bankrupt. It's because people think street vendors are not clean and probably transmit the virus. So they don't want to buy anything from them, and this makes them have to lose their jobs. So that's why the percentage of poverty in Indonesia has increased to 10.81%. Ladies and gentlemen, since pandemic COVID-19, people always think negatively. They always feel not safe anywhere and avoid anyone because they are too scared to get infected by COVID-19. So they decide to socialize at home, and this is the beginning of social impacts of COVID-19. They are alone by themselves, playing with their phone and bullying anyone on social media, also live unproductively. Then, how is it going? What do you expect with that life? We cannot let people in our generation keep doing that, even if we are not in good condition. We have to make a change. We can start from ourselves. Make good use of this condition. Take the advantages and the disadvantages. Let's increase our creativity with the technology that exists these days, and make our generation as a productive generation. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. I hope you all learned something new from it and enjoyed it. I apologize if I've made any mistakes, and thank you so much for all your attention. See you when I see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.